What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back. What? Anyways, guys, I was so moved to bring you some news, some deep knowledge. Okay, I know you'll get this one. Okay, I'm going to tie things together for you. So please, first, before I drop this knowledge, I need you to subscribe. I need you to share. I need you to like and please comment. Okay, that's on the real. So this is where spirituality meets the Bible, God. This is where spirituality is not separate from Jesus Christ. It's not separate from God. It's all intertwined. All right. When you really get to the bare bones of it, I'm gonna drop knowledge. Okay. So people think Jesus' last name was Christ. No, he was the Christ. His purpose in life was to die upon a cross for us. Every spiritualist, every chosen one knows that they have a mission in life. They have a job that God gives them, right? That the universe has them do. Any light worker knows this. And that what Jesus' purpose was to die upon a cross and defeat death and rise 3 days later to show the world. Do you understand that? That is why it's so important that you do pick up a Bible, that you do believe in Jesus Christ, so that you can get to the Father. Do you understand that? To God. It's all together, guys. It's true spiritualism. It truly, truly is. See, when man started getting their hands in on what Jesus' movement was, his purpose on life, when they started morphing into what they believed, sure, it was the scriptures and stuff like that did come from God. Not, no, it's all part of the puzzle. It was all part of Jesus's purpose on this planet. Do you understand that? So when they say Christ consciousness, yes, Jesus Christ raised the consciousness in the world. Do you understand that? I want you to understand this, guys. It's so important that when you believe in Jesus Christ, not just believe, you have faith and you know what his purpose upon that cross was, it frees you from fear, frees you from shame, and to know that you have a purpose in the life bigger than you that moves you to do something. And fortunately, I want to say unfortunately, because it was Jesus. Jesus knew since he was a child his purpose on this planet was going to happen. He just knew. So when we say Christ consciousness, it does. Jesus is like the the yard the roadmap, the marker. He is the marker. It's kind of to live your life in alignment as Jesus did. That's how you raise your vibration, you raise your energy level. That's how you release yourself from past family traumas and stuff like that. Is you start living in alignment as Jesus did. He was the marker. He was the example for us, and that's why God. It was important for you. God. It was important to God that we understood that He was willing to come die down into human form and die upon a cross for us. That we would believe in Him and His example of how it is to live a upright, a just life, and to go full circle. I really hope you pick up on this, guys, because there's so many people, when you have someone telling you, you know, you have to live a very rigid life or you're going to go to hell, all of these different things, it scares you. Do you understand it? And it pushes people away from Christ consciousness. That's why when Jesus Christ was on this planet, he fought against the Pharisees. He fought against their laws that they used to control mankind. That's not what it was meant to do. The Sabbath was for man, not man for the Sabbath. That type of thing. I urge you guys, if you don't believe, if you want to know who Jesus Christ was, turn on The Chosen. You can download the app. You can watch all of the seasons. They got a fifth season now. I'm telling you, that'll put you better in alignment with understanding and not wanting to push away the Bible or Jesus Christ. To get you closer to God, to raise your vibration, to raise your energy level, to raise yourself up. You know, like how is it? What would Jesus do? You remember those bracelets? What would Jesus do? That type of thing. They had that bracelet. I remember that. I just thought about that, but I just really had to bring this to you guys because just the example that we're not perfect, right? We're not perfect in this world, but if we live a life uh, like Jesus did, you know, he is like I don't want to say an idol, but you know, I idolized the way he lived his life, the way he walked and he treated people, all of those things. I looked at me, had you know, got my attention even at a young age. I could look up at the cross and see, you know, even though he was in pain, it was just like this man upon a cross for us. I don't know, but please, guys, think about that. Christ consciousness. Jesus was not. He wasn't called Jesus like Jesus. He wasn't born Jesus Christ. He was the Christ, the Messiah. His name was Jesus from Nazareth. You understand that? I hope you do. I know you do. Because people fight, open themselves up to Christ consciousness. Like a fear was imprinted in them at a young age. That if you don't do it exactly as Jesus Christ did, you know, you're going to burn. No one's perfect. You're going to mess up along the way. That's why Jesus Christ surrounded himself with tax collectors, killers, stuff like that. That's not who they were. That's what the world created those people to be. Jesus saw who they truly were on the inside. He saw them at the soul level, and he created a following that we know today. So if anybody tries to tell you Jesus wasn't real, he was real. His disciples were real. They were so real they were willing to die on a cross for us and to be dismembered. All of these things. They died a gruesome death because they believed in Jesus Christ. They followed Jesus Christ. I'm telling you this is all true. I can go on and on all day about this, guys, but I want you to think about that. Christ consciousness is a direct representation of how Jesus Christ lived his life. You do what he did and treat people the way he treated, that would naturally raise your vibration or raise your energy levels. So spirituality ties into Jesus Christ, ties directly into him. I want you guys to know that they're not different. Jesus Christ and spirituality are not different. The church itself, in a way, made it different. Understand? I know you guys do. I know you. I'm going to get off now. Thank you for stopping by, watching my videos. Please support me by subscribing, liking, sharing, and always, I see you in the next one. God bless. Namaste.